2021 was a historic year for resort real estate. We saw the greatest number of sales and some of the most activity and demand ever when it comes to resort housing. In fact, in Ocean City, we sold 2,087 homes in 2021. While at the same time, when we fast forward to today, we only have 143 properties for sale in all of Ocean City. So we continue to see this extremely low inventory, but high demand market. But what does that mean for 2022? What can we expect moving forward? Will interest rates rise? Will buyer demand soften? Will more properties come on the market? And these are all the questions that I'm getting on a daily basis. I'm going to start off with interest rates. Number one, interest rates are going up. There's no doubt about it. Interest rates have actually already gone up. And in the second home world, which we see mostly here in Ocean City and the Delaware Beaches, we are already seeing second home condominiums that have rates into the mid threes. That will continue to rise. Fannie and Freddie have announced that the cost to the individual lender is going to be increased for a second home, more similarly to that of an investment property. Thus, we may see a little bit higher fees associated with this, and we are definitely going to see interest rates that probably will be up into the mid fours, maybe even 5% as we move into the spring here. Thus, it's a really good reason if you've been thinking about buying to go ahead and get out ahead of that and try to find something here early in 2022. Will we see more inventory? That is a question that I do not believe is going to happen. Many economists have predicted that we would see more inventory hit the market here in 2022. To this point, it has not happened. I think it's going to increase, but at the levels it's going to increase, it's going to still remain fairly low. Anybody, and this is probably more true in the primary housing market, anybody who has refinanced or purchased in the last couple of years is used to interest rates that are around 2.75%, 3%. Now, if they would like to make a move up, they are now going to be faced with interest rates that are closer to 4.5%, 5%. So the idea of them putting their homes on the market is still something that's probably not going to happen. While at the same time, the demand is extremely high. So the homes that do come on the market are getting gobbled up very quickly. So I think we're going to continue to see strong demand with very low inventory. Thus, we will continue to see prices rise. In fact, the forecasts here as we move into 2022 are anywhere from 2.8% up to 7.4% is what we are expecting, or what the experts are predicting we're going to see when it comes to price appreciation over the course of 2022. And once again, that's continued to be fueled by supply and demand issues. What we saw here locally in the Worcester County market, we saw prices appreciate at close to 30% over the course of the last year. So if we see even at the higher end of what is forecast with appreciation of 7.8%, it's still going to feel lower than what we saw, and or slower than what we saw from an appreciation standpoint compared to 2021. But I think what I would call that is more of a normalization. Normally, we see our prices appreciate in that 3 to 3.5%, and that's what we're going to get back to here. So if you've been thinking about selling and kind of wanted to wait to see where prices may go, we may want to have that conversation about getting the home on the market now, because it does appear that we are kind of getting to a spot where price appreciation is going to slow down into 2022. Finally, what are the experts saying as far as number of homes sold? The experts are predicting that we will continue to see home sales increase. And in fact, they're predicting that in 2022, we'll have more home sales than what we did in 2021. So it's going to be another strong year for real estate. If you're looking to buy beach property, I would encourage you to get out early, maybe ahead of some of the competition, and try to secure that property sooner than later, because as we get closer to the summer season, the frenzy of buying is only going to increase, and we're going to continue to see more of the multiple offer situations. So be happy to talk to you and discuss with you some of our strategies as to help put you in the best position to win when it comes to buying a property. And then on the listing side, selling side, I'd be happy to share with you some of the techniques I feel are going to encourage multiple offer situations and put as much money in your pocket as we possibly can. So there you have it. That's a snapshot as to what we are expecting to see here in 2022 in the resort real estate market. It'll be my pleasure to discuss this in more detail with you. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.